Because what I found on paper did not just surprise us, it changed how we see retirement completely.
$1 million or more was a number that we had been chasing mindlessly, and that could possibly lead us to lose our health while we keep chasing it and working till 65 to retire. Once we calculated our own number from the location that enables us to retire earlier, it felt like a weight was lifted.
Here's the simple version that actually works for early retirement. Before Social Security kicks in, what you need is a bucket to handle the bridge years. Calculate the money needed for your bridge year expenses, take your annual expenses, and subtract only the income you truly have available now, like rental income, part-time work, etc. Do not subtract Social Security just yet. Cover the remaining gap with what I call bridge financing. That means using some of our retirement savings along with some of the proceeds from the sale of our home. Calculation for the second bucket is for when you reach the age that you're planning on taking Social Security, whether that's 65, 67, 70. The annual expenses minus Social Security plus any other guaranteed income that we already talked about, income from rent, perhaps an annuity or pension plan. That will determine the amount of income your portfolio needs to support. As long as your second bucket can generate this amount using the 4% rule, you are good to go. Adding the amounts from these two buckets together gives you the total amount you need to have saved for early retirement. Your freedom number, built to both cover your bridge years as well as your traditional retirement age years.
Kevin showed me that two-phase version with those two buckets. It was like, wait, is that it? I had been thinking that we needed to wait until traditional retirement age to fund everything with Social Security right away. But now that Kevin showed me the bridge years financing idea, I was overjoyed thinking of being able to retire early. So in our bridge years, we use just what we actually have, like rental income, money from selling our home invested, and then Social Security joins the game later. Once we saw our real numbers for each of those two phases, a huge weight was lifted.
There you go. Now that you know your real two-phase retirement, your freedom number, one part for the bridge years and one for your long run phase, realize you have more options than you thought you could. Expenses, adjust your lifestyle, or like we discovered, you can change your geographic location.
That was a big one. Exactly what we did. We took our map and started looking at the possibility of living outside of the US for a while. Last 3 years, we kept researching the cost of living in each of these different countries, and wow, it just was like opening our eyes and finally getting a breath of fresh air. We found lots of low-cost countries with a lot of sunshine, culture, history, and community that cost half or even less sometimes of the cost of living here in the US for us.
Went on full analyst mode, comparing all these countries, rent, groceries, healthcare, even cappuccino prices. Kept researching all across Europe, Southeast Asia, and Latin America. I even started comparing the climate, the culture, language difficulties, expat presence, even closer into countries like Portugal, Colombia, Greece, Albania, Croatia, Cyprus, Italy, Turkey, and the south of France. It was clear. I found out you could live better, not just cheaper, for a whole lot less money than in the USA.
We actually wanted to see this for ourselves, so we packed our bags and spreadsheets and started exploring many of these countries that we're talking about.
We plugged that lifestyle into our two-phase spreadsheet, the bridge bucket now and the long-run bucket later. Well, our let's wait to retirement someday when we're 65 suddenly looked like let's retire much sooner.
Why not?
My math told us one story, but what we saw there, well, that brought those numbers to life. I had a hard time getting ALEC home after being there.
Yes, I didn't want to leave.
They remind us that value isn't just about dollars.
Kind of experiences that do feed your soul.
Exploratory trips were eye-opening for us. Figured out how flexible and how much more affordable travel in Europe can actually be. I'd have a home base somewhere in a low-cost European country and travel to pricier spots in your go-go years. That is smart retirement.
It's the beauty of global planning. You can explore and compare before committing, or you can just keep changing your plan on the go. And your freedom number might already fit in one of these places at least, even if it does not fit in your own home country.
After visiting all these places, here's what we've realized so far. Retirement number isn't about being rich, It's about being free to live the life on your terms. You can stop chasing what you don't need and start designing what you actually want.
That is what this channel, Smart Retirement Abroad, is all about. It is not about running away. It is about stepping into something bigger and new experiences and making new memories.
Accompanied by more spreadsheets and careful investment planning. Here's your next step. Let us know in the comments if you'd like us to prepare and send you our Freedom Number worksheet. You could fill out this worksheet in a matter of minutes and figure out your Freedom Retirement Number.
Once you do that, you can come back and watch our next videos. We do talk a lot about how to build your budget for retirement. We share our investing experiences. We give tips on how to avoid common pitfalls, how to stretch your money further, and how to increase your joy.
What we share with you is based on personal experience, not financial advice.
Do join us because your freedom number is not just a simple calculation, it is the start of your freedom story.
Your retirement story might start much sooner than you think.
See you in our next video, and do remember it is not about having $1 million or more to retire. Based on location, it could be far less. You just need to work with those two buckets for your freedom number, for your bridge years until retirement age, and then the retirement age bucket. Until next time, I'm Ella.
And I'm Kevin.
This is
Smart Retirement Abroad.